lows with a pretty girl. Now I'm walking around lows with a pretty girl. I'm walking around lows with a pretty girl. She cooks and gardens, she rocks my world. I'm walking around lows with a pretty girl. Now I'm walking around lows with a pretty girl. I'm walking around lows with a pretty girl. She cooks and gardens, she rocks my world. I'm walking around lows with a pretty girl. Ooh, just in time for the seasonal sale.
Hey, is this thing on? Tim, is it on? Is this on? Are we happening?
Yes, we're happening.
Oh, sorry, I got caught up in the Lowe's thing. It is awesome.
That is a banger, let me tell you.
Tell ya. For the seasonal sale. Hey, everybody, this is us. Kind of. Wait a minute. It's almost us. It's us.
Yep. Yeah, there we are. We're here.
Hi, everybody.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the SMUG Cast.
Welcome to something.
Number 32. Yes.
32 bunny ears. 32 bunny ears. Okay.
So how is everybody? How was your week? How's your day? How's stuff? Well, we are doing okay around here.
I had Chinese food earlier.
Yes, we must talk about that. But spring has sprung here in the Southwest Ohio part of the Ohio Valley. So we are looking forward. We had 75 degrees today, 74 tomorrow, but we're going to have thunderstorms. So, take what you can get, I suppose.
You got to cherish the memories when you have them.
Yep. So as you mentioned, we made a snap decision to go have dinner tonight because, why not?
I haven't been feeling well, and I finally said, I need to eat something that's a hot meal, and it's really good. And I don't mean McDonald's.
Right.
So can we go somewhere?
Hey, Aiden, welcome to the show. Thank you for coming in to see us.
Hey,
welcome,
Aiden.
welcome. Sit back and relax. Grab some snacks.
That's my screen name, too.
And some beverage of your choice, whatever that happens to be, and sit back and join us because we got some stuff to talk about.
You do?
Yes, we do. So anyway, we decided on a dinner, and
We did. Hold on.
we thought Olive Garden because I was kind of feeling Italian, and so as we got there, as we hey Justin, how you doing? And
Justin.
he has a pet monkey.
Hey, pet monkey.
So as we pull up to the Olive Garden, we're pulling in to go into the parking lot, and right in front of us is this Chinese restaurant.
It was there, just like a pair of big giant chopsticks.
And what was the name of it again?
Oh hell. Hold on. Look at I had the thing here. It's hold on. Wait for it. Grand Oriental Chinese Restaurant, dim sum and seafood.
Yes. So Grand Oriental Chinese restaurant, and what town we were in was that Mason?
Sure.
Yeah. It was, so we decided, hey, you know what, Chinese, let's go try it out because, we're kind of big on them Asian flavors and
we like fried stuff.
yes. And, wow, it was, Aiden, that's painful.
What happened? I missed it.
He burned his arm when he was 2 or 3 years old. That's painful.
Ooh.
And then the skin off, which burns tend to do after a while. They do peels if you've ever been sunburned. So we had a fabulous meal. It really was. I was just amazing.
Yeah, it was really good. Thanks, Tim.
Really elegant restaurant too, with the seat covers and the Chinese stuff all over, the decorative stuff. And
in case you spilled stuff on it, it didn't matter because it was already covered.
Yeah. So it was we had a noodle, and she had chicken, I had beef, some noodle dish with these wide noodles that were just fabulous.
Yeah, technical name, it was some noodle dish.
Yeah, it was called noodles and beef, chicken, or shrimp, whichever one you wanted. I don't know what to call it. It was written in Chinese. I can't read that.
I know, right? I know.
But we do have phones that will translate. Did we think to do that? No, of course not.
No, because I was hungry. I was
Exactly.
busy. I was, thinking about stuff. I can't do everything at the same time,
Right. So, sweetheart, you had a thing you wanted to talk about today?
I did?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. I got to change. Yes. I had a thought. It did happen. I
Did
know.
it hurt?
Yes, it did. Very much so.
I thought I smelled smoke.
Hold on. I have to actually find the quote. I've recently been watching a YouTuber by the name of AR Reacts, I think it is. The dude's from Belgium, but he speaks perfect English. You would not know that he.
Hey, Sarah's here, by the way.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
You would not know that he was, not one of us. You would not know he was not human. He spoke very eloquently. But I came to they've been on a Journey kick. And by Journey, I mean the band Journey, like back, 80s, 70s. Great stuff, right? Which I'm glad to see Journey getting more of the reaction from the youngsters out there.
Yeah, because they were a good band. They were a lot of fun to see live. I loved the couple of times I saw them.
Well, in watching the videos from Journey, I realized that if you look at Neil Sean real close, I'm sorry if I'm butchering that name. I'm sorry, it wasn't my intention to look like right there. It just sort of gravitated.
Sure.
But you can see his butt cheeks, his little butt dimples through, like on his hip. It's like,
and his spandex pants. Yeah.
No. Jeans, dude. Jeans.
Wow.
And so I wrote Tim immediately and I told him, I said, this is like at 10:12 p.m. yesterday. I said, listen, I've come to the conclusion that I don't think you should trust any man whose butt cheeks you can see clearly through his jeans. I'm just saying, if he's that skinny, he's worked harder than you to scam people. That's my big quote for the week.
Well, what about your experience with the frozen meal that you wanted to discuss?
Oh, fuck. Yes. Hold on.
You do enough swearing for both of us. You realize that. That's why I don't have to.
I'm sorry, it just happens. When I get mad, it happens, and this has happened. So I had this frozen meal. I forget, was it last night, night before? I can't remember what I told you. I was mad. It was a holdover. I don't even know. So I get this meal out. It was P.F. Chang's, and it was Chinese rice. And I was thinking, cool, because normally you could buy it like in a bag for two. Right. And this was the regular just for one meal, even though it was like twice as much what I needed. But I thought, oh, hell, I'll just eat half of it. I'll put it back in the box and put it in the refrigerator like I normally do. But even on the box, it says, don't reheat this thingy. It's only meant to be one time. They got these, pardon me, shut your ears, Timberly. They got these fucking paper bowls, man. Paper bowls. They disintegrate. If a warm breeze that might have had moisture on it 3 miles down the road blows through the window and around the pie and the whatever else you got on the fucking counter, this thing will go and it's like, can you people not make it? Like Marie Callender's does this too, and I hate it. And I think it's Marie Callender's that does the paper bowls. It's like I love their Chinese stuff in a bowl.
we're batting 1,000 with the name and brand recognition today, folks. We're just on it.
Their sesame chicken is awesome for the most part, although sometimes you'll get it and it's got like it was like got the remainder of all the sesame seeds that didn't pour out the first time, and you got like a pile of sesame seeds. You got to go scrape them off. But I love their sesame chicken, and I love their beef and broccoli. Mm-hmm. And normally, I mean, I can't eat a whole bowl full of this stuff, so I have to put it back in the refrigerator. But no, you can't, because the thing would just go just like that.
Yeah, well, then
you can't reheat the shit. You can't.
We'll put it in one of the Pyrex dishes and put it in there.
I don't do Pyrex. I'm from Fairborn. We don't do fancy things like Pyrex. The only pyre that we do is setting something on fire.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
We
But
can-
yeah, so that's my big bitch for the week. And also, Timberly almost got smacked on the way to the Chinese restaurant. We were riding along into traffic, and all of a sudden I hear this. What song was it, Tim?
was one of the ones you disliked by Hootie.
I only want to be with you. I said, is that Hootie? He's like,
And there I am changing the song. I'm not gonna. No way.
I was mid smack. I had a trigger finger. I was ready to, hey, change it. So that's one of my car rules. I don't no Hootie.
No Hootie.
No Darius Rucker. No
Right.
Hootie.
Darius Rucker's just not her favorite.
You know what? I think he's probably a good guy. If I met him in a bar or something like that, we could sit and like discuss the crap. But something about his voice really annoys me. I don't know what it is. Much like I'm probably annoying you right now.
No, you never annoy me. It's just like a Sweet
You
Child
got
of
used
Mine
to
by Guns N'
Oh.
Roses. Thought that was a cool sounding song, and then Axl Rose started singing. It's like, well, it's over. No,
It took me a few years to get used to him.
Nope, can't stand that voice. That's so nasally. Oh,
Or you'd
It's
love
alright.
bluegrass then.
well, I
funny.
mean,
Wait. You need to learn a lesson. What? Need to lesson to shout the IDK brothers? What's that?
that's Aiden put that up there. I was trying to
Oh.
decipher what that.
Aiden, I'm sorry. I was too busy rambling on about my stupid collapsible bowl. I'm so sorry. Sorry, I missed you. Could you explain what you mean by that? Because I don't understand because I'm old. Kind
Yeah,
of. I'm getting there.
she
This
is.
this week has made me realize that I finally have to give up and say I'm old.
Mhm.
Why are you agreeing for? You're not supposed to
I
agree.
came to that conclusion already for myself. I mean,
Oh.
I figured, it's.
You're supposed to say, honey, you never look old.
No, you don't. I was just about to say that too.
Wait, is it the grandma glasses? Is that better?
Yeah. Yes. Your eyes are just simply.
Well, thank
amazing.
you. Well, it happens, when I actually have some sleep. And I put
Mhm.
these bells on my mic stand. You probably can't hear them though.
Yeah, I heard him.
But and Spike thinks it's like it's his cue to like come to the door. My cat Spike. But okay, you asked me a question, and I'm sorry. I took 20 minutes or something like that to explain whatever it was. So I'm
It's
sorry.
fine. Take all the time you want because that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
So yeah, today is going to be well, we got some couple of Reddit things. One thing that kind of I feel a little bit because it's a certain type of behavior that just absolutely friggin' annoys me. Like a lot of behaviors tend to do.
Like I say, have you made a list of these? Because I kind of want to put a list on the refrigerator, just so I have it.
I should just wear a shirt that says "Don't," and then down the front and the back it has all the.
I'm going to make you one
behaviors.
for Christmas.
On the back it'll just say in big letters, "Get off my lawn" or something like that. I don't know.
I'm with that. I can do that.
So, we all have siblings, most of us, or we have close family members that are like siblings.
Yeah.
That we can relate to the kind of muckery that goes on. I grew up in a family with four brothers and a sister, so things went on. We sometimes would play jokes on one another, do stupid crap. To
Not
piss
you.
one off. No, not me. I was just the innocent bystander. I've been the innocent bystander my entire life.
Me too. And I'm the one that always got in trouble.
Yeah, I know, right? I just standing there, and all of a sudden, Timothy.
I was
You
minding
know.
my own freaking beeswax.
Yeah, that's all I was doing, standing around minding my own business while my brother set a pile of hay on fire. I had nothing to do with it. Standing there holding the book of matches. It wasn't me.
He's like, here, Tim, hold this. Gotta go. Bye.
It wasn't me throwing hitting the golf balls with a baseball bat. I never did stuff like that. Never.
Never.
No. See, that was, and I'm ashamed to admit this now. My
Go
dad
ahead.
loved to golf. And he always had this bucket of balls, golf balls,
Yeah.
in the garage. So when he went to the driving range
Yeah.
or stuff he'd pick up at the golf course,
Mhm.
So I thought, how far would they go with a baseball bat? So I sat in my backyard and I would smack
You deserve everything you got.
golf balls with the baseball bat just to see how far they go. One of them went like 2 blocks, something like that. Another one
Through someone's window.
took out a picture window around the block.
Oh.
Yeah, it was terrible. But you know, it was the randomness of the whole thing. Where's this one going to land? Thwack! Oh wow, look at that! It's got good height. It's going.
Well, I remember when my sister finally went and got married and left the house, and it was just me there. And my dad remarked at one point, like, "Wow, it's really quiet around here." And I said, "Yeah, nothing's happening. That's weird. Do you notice that? Guess what? It was never me."
Well, yeah. So then, so after a couple of weeks of this, one day my dad is out in the garage. He's like, "Where the hell are all my golf balls?"
2 blocks down.
Those golf balls. Yeah, golf balls.
Oh, you mean those things? Oh, yeah.
Those
Well,
little white things that bounce a lot. Yeah, those. I have no idea, Dad. None whatsoever. And apparently a neighbor complained or something.
Oh, no.
Well, one day I was smacking them and felt, okay, I've had enough. Hit like 4 or 5 of them because, my mom yelled at me from the kitchen window. "What are you doing?" Nothing. So I got on my bike and rode around the block.
Dear mother? What, dear mother? I'm sorry. I'm planting some flowers for you.
Exactly. So I got on my bike, went around the block after a few minutes. And as I go up, south of the house, and there's a cross street behind us,
Mm-hmm.
a squad car is sitting in front of the house. I'm like, gee, I wonder what happened. So I like cautiously pedal up, kind of craning my neck. What's going on over there? There's like no picture window, none whatsoever. And I'm like,
Oh,
did I do that? I went home and just, why are you back so fast? No reason. No reason. None at all.
no reason. I'll be in my room. Bye.
Yeah, exactly. I'll be in the room. Yeah. Been sitting down there, in a rocking, had my arms around my knees, rocking back and forth, going, I hope the cops don't come here. I hope the cops don't come here.
I never had the cops call on me. I got a knock on wood.
I never did either, really. Maybe once. And then there was a time in Elmhurst where we're outside of my friends, our friends. My 2 younger brothers and I hung out with the same group of people, and we were like 11 o'clock. We're in Elmhurst, and our buddy Kevin wanted to go see his girlfriend, so her bedroom was right alongside the driveway.
Yeah.
So he gets up on Tom's shoulders and is hanging onto the windowsill just as a cop drives by the intersection.
Nice.
There.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a merry time getting home. I'm hiding in bushes. I'm hiding behind front porches. I'm climbing fences. I'm like, I'm not gonna get caught because for all the world it looked like he was trying to break in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was interesting. It was interesting.
I
did
never
get home though, unscathed, of course.
I never had the cops called on me, but I had them called because of me. So I'll just leave that. I'll leave that.
What'd you do?
Well, stuff happened. I was 18. Technically,
So you would have been in really big
I was
trouble.
an adult.
Yeah, and you would have been in even bigger trouble.
I'm gonna just preface it by saying I was an adult.
Okay.
In theory. Well, I was living in good old Downers Grove.
Yes, you were a Chicagoan for a very brief period of time.
Yeah, it was about a year and a half, something like that. I was in Downers Grove, and I had struck up this nice little pen pal relationship with this nice young man. And he's like, "Why don't you come over?" "Where do you live?" "Kentucky." "I've never been to Kentucky." "Oh, you should. It's beautiful." "Really? Is it?" Of course, it's on my head. I'm thinking, "Oh, he's cute. He plays music. He's awesome. I'm going to go."
Oh, boy.
So I left, and I didn't tell anybody where I was going because it was the weekend. And I'm thinking, I'm 18. Screw these people. I mean, I wasn't that way then. It was like, forget these people. I am woman. So I got in my little Mercury Lynx.
Yeah.
And I motated on over to Kentucky. And I found out after I was on my way home, I figured I'd just stop by and see my mom and dad because it was about an hour north from there. And I got, "Where the hell have you been?" Yeah, that's not what he said.
Yeah.
Oh, it turned out my father had called the highway patrol. He had called the FBI thinking that I was kidnapped. Seriously, he did.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'd never have driven so fast. I got there in 45 minutes from northern Kentucky clear to Dayton, past Dayton. 45 minutes. And he's like,
Damn.
"Do you know if the cops would have pulled you over, they would have had their guns drawn on you, thinking that somebody took off with you?" I just went to Kentucky. Just went to go see my boyfriend. So, yeah. So
Yeah,
that was my big experience.
had a couple of instances where he had to get away from
People.
police. Not necessarily people, but the police. Because, when I was, a young lad, about 18, 17, 18, 19 years
Yeah.
old, I was very adept at hiding.
No.
Yeah, you had to look really hard to find me because, in the evening, if I was out at night walking around, guess what color I wore? Black.
Black.
You ain't going to find me nowhere. You ain't going to see me.
Now you just
Anywhere.
mentally hide. Now you just mentally hide.
Yes, I do.
You graduated.
Yes. Anyhow. So back to the subject after we've gone off on this tangent. So yeah, speaking of siblings, and it's siblings do, they play pranks on one another. And one of my least favorite YouTubers, and not mentioning any names, it's just a general category. One of my least favorite YouTubers are those who play pranks on people without people knowing they're being pranked. And
Oh, wow.
yeah, I've seen some of that stuff a couple of times.
Isn't that what most of them do, though?
Well, some of it's a setup, and you can tell, and those are funny because if everybody's in on the joke, but they're being a good actor, it's like, okay, it's funny. Let's move on. But there are those who just, I don't know.
You didn't like Candid Camera much as a kid, did you?
Oh, I thought Candid Camera was great.
How could you not like this then?
It's just because it's mean spirited.
Okay, different, yeah.
It's if it's a ha we got you kind of joke. Then fine.
Don't go in your bathroom then, because there's something waiting for you. I'm just kidding.
Okay, so this is from our old friend Reddit. I tried to look this up. I actually took this from somebody's Twitter feed. Hat tip to Hazel Appleyard for, I borrowed this from you because when I got to Reddit, this had been deleted by the mod. So,
got to be good then.
Yeah, well, she's 24, freelance photographer. It is my full-time job and how I pay my rent. My gear isn't just a hobby; it's my livelihood. And take it from somebody who does do a lot of photography. Well, used to do a lot of photography. Camera gear is not cheap.
I know.
And
I'm aware.
Last year, I finally saved up enough to buy a high-end telephoto lens that cost me nearly $2,200, and that is really not. That's actually kind of a moderately priced lens.
Yeah.
There's telephotos that can be as much as $5,000. So her brother, 21-year-old male, is an aspiring influencer. He's obsessed with filming pranks and challenges for his followers. Most of the time, they're just annoying, like jumping out from behind doors. But lately, he's been getting more aggressive for the views. Which, clicks and likes will be the downfall of this country, I'm telling you.
I might agree. But go ahead.
So last month I was at my parents' house for Sunday dinner. I had my gear bag in the hallway because I was heading straight to a sunset shoot afterward. Leo thought it would be hilarious to film a clumsy video where he pretended to trip and drop my bag down the stairs to see my reaction. This kid is playing with his life at this point. If that were my brother, they would have been playing with their life.
Wow.
He did not realize that I hadn't zipped the side compartment all the way when he tripped. My camera and the new lens tumbled out and bounced down 12 hardwood steps. The lens housing cracked. The glass elements inside were completely shattered. It was a total wreck. I saw
Wow.
what happened. I was shaking. Leo was still holding his phone, laughing and telling his fans that I looked like I was about to explode. Well, he was accurate there. And when I told him the lens was destroyed and cost over $2,000, the camera stopped rolling. And his feet should have been running. That's what should have been happening there. His feet should have been.
It don't matter how far away he gets. I mean, grenade launchers, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you. So then, Big Sister is PO'd.
Yeah.
You know, justifiably so.
Yeah.
He immediately got defensive. He said it was just a prank. See, that's what I get. They wrecked something valuable, but it was a joke. It was a prank.
What's wrong with you? Can't you take a joke? Yeah.
$2,200 camera lens.
Come closer and say that.
Yeah. Carrie, I would have talked to you.
Come here.
And it was just a prank. It said I shouldn't have left my bag in a high traffic area. What the absolute?
The hell?
What is he, 8? Is this kid 8? That's an 8-year-old excuse. Well, you shouldn't have left it where I could have taken it and broke it.
Yeah, they're going to blame you for their.
Right, yeah.
Something my son would have said.
Yeah, gonna blame you for their absolute and utter lack of self-control.
My son would have looked at you and said, I'm disappointed in myself. He actually pulled that on me once. It's like, I was so flabbergasted by that. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Totally threw me off my game, but go ahead.
No, that's why he said it, to throw you off.
I know.
So he said I shouldn't have left my bag in a high traffic area if I didn't want it touched. I just, you know what? He would have been pummeled. He would have been just, they would have had to find the pieces had that been me.
Itching powder.
He told me that he didn't have that kind of money anyway, and that I probably had insurance for it. No, don't worry, it's insured. No, you're good. It's insured. No, it's cool, man. No, don't worry, it's insurance. They'll handle it. Just call them. They're fine.
Let me tell you something along those lines regarding insurance and items. I'm amazed every time I have gone out to play, and I've played a couple of times with the harps out. And that was the last time because everybody's like, oh, you got insurance for this, right? Oh, here, I'll help you move it.
The hell you will.
Don't touch it. I'll cut your thing off. I'm sorry. Continue on.
Oh, anyway, so...
I'm really cute and nonviolent.
As far as you know.
As far as you know.
So my insurance has a $1,000 deductible, and even then, my premiums would skyrocket. Because, a lot of these freelance photographers and videographers, they insure that gear.
Yeah,
I mean,
you have.
Some of these people are walking around with $10,000-$15,000 worth of stuff.
Yeah,
and it's no joke.
My brother-in-law had a lot of stuff like that at one point. Yeah.
So this is what blows me away. My parents took his side.
No.
They told me that Leo is just a kid trying to find his way, and I shouldn't be so hard on him. After he picked up they picked up his broken and blood-soaked body off the floor.
Can you ask if the parents are going to replace the money for that then?
They suggested I just forgive the debt as a birthday present to him. I would have been slapping my parents at that point.
Birthday, death day, birthday.
Yeah, it's a fine line.
Yeah.
So I gave him 2 weeks to come up with at least a deductible. He ignored my texts, posted a video of himself out at a club the following weekend. That was the last straw. I gathered the repair estimate, the footage. He was dumb enough to post online and file a small claims suit. Way to go, big sis. Make his ass pay for it. So I won the case easily because he still refused to pay, claiming he was broke despite his social media showing otherwise. I went through the legal process to garnish his part-time warehouse wages.
Yeah.
He was worried he wouldn't have been out of the hospital had I gotten a hold of him. Anyway, the family is now treating me like a monster. My mom says I'm ruining my relationship with my only brother over equipment, and that I'm being cold-blooded for taking money directly from his check. Leo sent me a message saying I'm the reason he can't afford his car insurance this month. I don't feel like I ruined the relationship. I feel like his lack of respect for my hard work did. And if he had shown even an ounce of remorse, I would have handled it privately.
This is gonna be something that they're going to be 60 years old, and it's going to be one of those family stories that no one's allowed to talk about. We have those. Yeah. That's crazy and stupid. I feel for
this,
her.
This is the stuff I hate because I've seen the videos people do like this, and I'm surprised I don't get the living crap beat out of them by somebody.
Yep.
I mean, I was in a Walmart one day, and back when I was still living in Chicago, probably about 2018, 2019, and I'm just minding my own business. And out of nowhere comes 3 kids, 2 guys and this girl, and they've got a camera in my face. They're going, smash your trash, smash your trash. I'm like, what the hell are you even talking about? Get the camera out of my face. They're like, smash your trash, smash your trash. And I'm like, get lost. I'm not answering your stupid question because I don't know what you mean. So I get home and I ask my kids, being the social media hipsters that they were when they were in high school, I'm like, what do they mean by that? And my son's like, well, they wanted to know if you would, the young lady or not. And I'm just like, you've got to be kidding me.
Well, what was your answer?
Hell no. You're like 17, and besides that, it's just a gross question to be asking somebody. and just please, just because somebody's having a moment doesn't mean you got to stick a camera phone in their face.
Hold that moment, Tim. Hold that moment.
So yeah, if you want to do a prank video, then you get some people to participate, set it up, make it look real, make me laugh. But don't do mean crap to people because you think it's funny. To me that's just not, it's not funny.
Well, I'm passive aggressive, but I'm not mean, at least not in my mind.
Sometimes I've seen videos of people tripping and falling, and in one case, there was a kid going down a railing, grinding on his skateboard, and he slipped and he practically folded in half over the railing by the way he fell. And there's this laugh track going on behind it. This kid was likely seriously hurt because I don't even want to think about the injury that could have been, the internal injuries that could have been. But there's people finding it funny. Let's run you over with a car and point and laugh.
Tim's old. Don't pay any attention to him. Just let him talk.
Yeah, listen, you young little whippersnappers, put them damn fake camera phones away. They're getting in my nerves. Dang it. Dang, nabbit y'all. Anyhow.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my rant on that. So yeah, in my estimation, this kid didn't pay enough. I would
agree with that.
Yeah, $2,200 worth of camera lens, and I've had one of those. I had Jacob's old one for a year or so until the motor gave out. The thing was about this long, about that big around, weighed about 2 or 3 pounds maybe. I don't know, but it was $150 to $600, and you could take really, really detailed kind of photos with it, which let me see if I can find.
Could you hook it up to pervnoculars?
No, it could not be hooked up to pervnoculars. And you leave my pervnoculars alone.
We should explain this because nobody knows.
I have a
AA-isms.
I have a very big pair of binoculars for astronomical and looking at airplanes.
Yeah.
She calls them my pervnoculars.
Because I said, you could see into somebody's window with that. I said, Tim.
I can see into an airplane window with that, depending on the angle. So it just, I don't know. Where are we at here?
I don't know.
Well, here.
I'm in the Anar cave. I'm safe. And you may be safe now that I'm in here. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. Am I safe?
No, never. Never, because I'm always plotting and planning something. But want to give a shout out, if we can, to our good friends, Frank Terzo, who heads the Community Pulse show every Monday. Laurie's Mishmash. I can't say it. I give up. I'm sorry, Laurie. I love you. Every Friday night, and you can catch her on YouTube as well. And also Pete Johns, who runs, what is it, Tim? Your Music Live,
and
a bunch of really cool iOS tutorials on different things. Usually a lot of GarageBand, although he is getting into Logic Pro X a little bit more, kind of showing off some of that. So, yeah, I guess you're done ranting now. I can change this.
I would like to do a shout out here to let's remove this. because tis the season.
Yeah.
To my son Jake and Twisted Century Chasing. He is out. He's live on Facebook, if not YouTube, right now, live streaming some severe storms down in Texas. They're kind of getting hammered a little bit down there. He's been chasing storms for quite some time. So check him out on Facebook. Check him out if you can find him on YouTube. He's probably streaming right now because it just got an alert. So yeah, check out Twisted Century Chasing.
Can we invite him on?
Yeah, we are going to invite him on. I've talked to him about it. He's just got to find some time in his schedule because he's a.
Well, I mean, now can we invite him on now?
I don't. Where's he? Hold on. Let me see if I can find his stream. He's busy in the car, but.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah, so that's what he's up to, and he's busy, firefighter, paramedic as well. So. He's well suited in case something really goes wrong. He's there to render aid as well. So
yeah, he helped me out this week as well. So
yes,
yay! Thanks, Jake.
So we are going to move on to the next. I wanted to show you an example of that their camera thing I was talking about.
That their camera thing. Hi.
Camera thing, because it's cool stuff. And
well, while you're doing that, I should tell everybody, just want to say thank you all for joining us. If you haven't seen us before, I married that. And we're
wait a minute.
And it married me. So we are in two separate rooms, much like most of our relationship. We've known each other for how long? 26, 25?
25 years. 25 years in April. It'll be 25 years.
He's been through 2 marriages. I've been through 1, and subsequent divorces therein, and a whole host of really just strange relationships that both of us have had individually. And so we just got to the point that we said, listen, if I'm not married by this age, do you want to do this?
Yeah, it's pretty much how it went. But you know what? She's been my best friend for the last 25 years. She's been my confidant. She's been my rock, and this is not my best picture, but this is kind of what you get with a telephoto of that nature. A couple times I've been out with my son to Nellis Air Force Base near Las Vegas for the red flag exercises. And if you like supersonic jets, this is the place to be.
Oh boy, who doesn't?
It's in January, March, and July. I do not recommend going out there in July. It's the desert. It's right across. Yeah. So the Air Force Base is right across from the Las Vegas Speedway. So there's this long road with a real wide shoulder we can park on it. And last time I was out there a couple of years ago, there's a couple of hundred av geeks hanging around with cameras and videos and sitting there talking and love airplanes. That's all I have to say.
Well, right after we go there, I'm going to take you to Enon Beach, and we're going to sit along I-675 along the corridor, because at night, when it gets like 4th of July-ish type weather, they'll shoot firecrackers and fireworks across the bay at each other. There's 2 different camps, and they smoke enough pot that you get a contact high if you sit like right outside the gate. So bring the chips, bring the Doritos. We're going to go.
Sounds like a plan. So our next exhibit is am I the jerk for telling my mom she doesn't get to be upset about not knowing things when she repeats everything I tell her to the rest of the family?
Yes.
Now, pretty sure a lot of us have had a family member like this, whether it was mother or aunt or sibling.
I'm the black sheep of the family, so yes, they all talk about me, not in a glowing way.
So she says she loves her mom, but there's a specific pattern that has been going on for years, and I finally started doing something about it. Every time I tell her something personal, something I'm going through, a situation at work, something with a friend, something I'm figuring out myself, within days, it has been discussed with my aunts, my grandma, my dad's side of the family.
Oh, no.
People I've never even met, on The View, on 60 Minutes. They're doing late night on Kimmel with this stuff. You know how it goes.
I get that, but they don't want to. They give you that look like they know what's going on, but we're not going to talk about it. It's too embarrassing. We won't talk about it in front of you. It's like, really?
And I find out because someone will, over the years, or someone will bring it up at a family gathering or text me about it as if I told them directly. Can you imagine? You're sitting at a family gathering, chowing down on the barbecue, watching the kids playing pool, and Auntie
Yeah.
Auntie Marie comes up to you and is like, "How's your condition?"
Yeah.
And you're just like, "Say what?" And then and it's like, "Mom, well, I got some ideas for you to make it go away."
Cringe.
Mom. So yeah, or it would be sister, brother, aunt, uncle, cousin.
That happened to me by my grandmother in the middle of a public location, in the middle of a steak dinner, when the waitress had just come up to the table. She said, and I won't use my name, AA, is this still going on with you? Are you still having these problems? It's like, I just wanted to dig a hole and crawl in.
Yeah. It's like, can we just, can I just die quietly in my embarrassment?
Just set me on fire. I don't care.
So then, this young lady decides she's going to stop telling mom anything personal, which I don't blame her for doing, because mom was really being
or lie about it, put a lie in there instead of what actually happened.
Yeah. I still call her regularly. We talk about general things. I ask her about life. I'm present. I'm warm. I don't share anything about my own life that I wouldn't want to announce to everyone. Because when Jimmy Fallon is making jokes about it on the late night show, it's gone too far.
Just a bit.
Yeah. And she complained that she felt like I was pulling away. I never tell her anything anymore. Well, please. Well,
I've told you enough. You guys keep talking about me, so I think you're good for a while.
And so I told her calmly and directly that I had stopped sharing personal things because I couldn't trust that they would stay between us. And that until that changed, I was protecting myself by keeping certain things private. Yeah. She started crying and said she didn't realize how serious it was. I'm at an absolute loss.
The guilt trip is real.
I am at an absolute loss. I didn't know how bad I was being.
My great aunt Maisie used to. I'm so sorry. I don't know why you feel this way. I love her to death, but it's like, don't. To this day, when somebody tries to put me on a guilt trip, it bypasses the hurt and goes straight to pissed off.
Right.
I am that conditioned to it that, like, the middle finger immediately comes up, like, get out of my face at this point. Don't.
And so mom is crying and says that I was punishing her. I said I wasn't punishing her. I was just adjusting to what I share based on what I know will happen. And my sister thinks I was too blunt. I'm sorry, you weren't blunt enough. And I'm like, Mom, shut your mouth.
I would have made up some really juicy gossip, put it in there, like, I had met so-and-so's movie star and we had a night together or something. I don't know. I won't mention any names because, protect the innocent, that kind of thing.
So, like I said, I am at a loss with some people. You nail them for doing something really crappy, and they're like, I had no idea. I'm so sorry that you caught me. No, it's not an apology. I'm so sorry I hurt you. I was rude and shared your
sorry you caught me. Yeah.
No, it's I'm sorry I got caught.
Yeah.
And that just seems to be a lot of that these days. Celebrities and stuff, they're half-assed apologies when they get busted doing stupid crap, and it's like basically, I'm sorry I got caught.
Yeah. Diddy wasn't sorry he got caught. He was just sorry that you didn't buy his bullshit apology.
Right. And don't even get me started on that crap because
Well, I would show you what I'm talking about here before I say it, but I'll try to describe it because the video is probably copyrighted. I told you about this earlier today. I got kind of on a rabbit hole because when I can't get to sleep, that's how I go to sleep is I watch YouTube, which explains a lot. I know, another piece of the puzzle, right?
Right.
So I've been missing Christian Bale recently. The younger, beautiful Christian Bale that is the man. I'm sorry, the man of my dreams. Sorry. Sorry. Love you. He's my movie star crush in Batman Begins and The Dark Knight Rises and all of that. So he won the People's Choice Award. I think it was that year for that role. And when they called him up on stage, if you've never seen his wife, she's beautiful. She's like model. She's not a model, but she's very model-esque. Dark hair, dark eyes, just beautiful lady. She's always smiling. Every picture you see her in, it's like, well, I'd smile too if I had that. But he gets up there and he's so just overcome by the moment that he starts to give his acceptance speech and starts to talk about this would not have been possible if it weren't for my lovely wife. And you could tell he's my lovely wife. Sibby is her name.
Yeah,
it's like a pet name or a nickname. Sibby is her name, and he meant to say Sibby, but he looked at her. My wife.
You know her. That one right there. That's her. That's my wife. You all know her. See?
And
they immediately over there.
They immediately cut to her in the audience, and this woman, she is a champ. Because I would have gotten up and said, "You will be hearing from my lawyer, sir." And I'm taking everything you got. You can't remember me. No. Of course, I'm not as graceful as dear Sibby. But she sat there and she smiled and she laughed along with everybody else. I'm thinking, oh my God, hats off to you, lady. Hats off to you. And he was sitting there saying all these great things about his wife, and she gave me my kids, and we have this life together. And it's like, but you can't remember her name. So it's kind of one of those moments that, I kind of feel for those who were affected. That's all I can say.
Well, but people do have those moments, in his
Sure,
defense,
it happens. I would be overwhelmed if I won some sort of award and I had to get up and say something because I'm not a public speaker. Obviously. I mean, yeah. I'm in a dark room in an apartment building somewhere. I'm not a public speaker. So, yeah. But I just thought I'd mention that because I felt for her for a brief moment, and then I looked at her and it's like, what am I feeling sorry for her for? She's gorgeous. She's got him.
Right.
She had his kids. Hell, game over. What am I feel sorry for her for? She don't need that. But I just thought, relay that.
But that's another thing, when you start a new relationship or something like that with somebody, and trying not to say the ex's name. Can be a challenge, and I think you know what I'm alluding to.
Oh, you mean that moment when we sat down after we just got married at the restaurant with your daughter, and you called me your ex-wife's name?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one.
Said, come on, Deb.
The
sorry.
The day there was almost a murder at the Village Inn. Yes, that day.
I was like, I know that didn't just happen.
Yeah, I didn't. When I said it, I just went, oh.
He did too.
I thought I was.
I wish I would have had a picture of it.
I was mortified when I said that. I have no defense.
Your daughter was madder than I was about it.
Yeah.
I just figured. I knew I would get you back later. So
yeah,
your daughter was mad.
She was not happy with that.
Yay, Sarah!
She was not.
Biggest fan. Yay!
She was not happy. But that just, sometimes that stuff just shows up at the most inopportune time, and it's because some of that is just reflex. It just.
I know, Kylo. I know.
It's just okay. It's muscle memory. It's. I'm lucky I survived the morning. So and I'm still here to talk to you people about it. And I really wasn't in the hospital that long either.
But there's a wall separating us.
That's right.
No, there would be anyway, because like I told you, some people wonder. I get asked a lot, why are you guys in two separate rooms if you're married? It's like, well, that's a good question. It's just I like my space, and at one point I'll unpack all these boxes back here, and you'll see a glorious library of really cool gaming manuals and a bunch of stuff like that. And Tim likes his space and his radios, and he's got the arcade machines in there. So,
but you're welcome to come play them anytime, and you have.
Oh, I will. I don't need your permission. I'll just walk right in.
Oh, certainly. It's your apartment too.
I know. I was playing Centipede the other day, which I was actually doing. It was a good Centipede day for me, but Tim was amazed at how my voice projects when I say the word fuck when I'm playing games.
I'm sitting there going, it's like, I can close my eyes and just give me a whiff of cigarette smoke, and I feel like I'm in the arcade back in the 80s,
I know. Except you don't need the quarters now.
Right. We don't need the quarters now.
we'll just be paying off the arcade things, as we go. So
right.
yeah, but so we thought about doing an arcade series just a little bit. We might do some shorts. We already did one round of them, but
Yeah,
we
we'll
do
have-
like every now and again we kind of like doing that. So yeah.
Yeah, and the retro games are still a lot of fun, and I've and speaking of games, because I ran across some Zelda related stuff again
Yeah.
about Ocarina of Time, and I guess somebody did a demo of what Ocarina of Time would look like if it was redone using the Unreal
It's
Engine.
been going for years. Yeah.
I just saw it referenced today. I mean, I'm playing Tears of the Kingdom.
Mhm.
So I'm not I'm not into the whole lore. I
Yeah.
think it's a cool game and I'm having a lot of fun with it, but so if this stuff has been out there for years, I'm
Well, I think I might have actually like shared it with you at one point. I thought it was really cool, and I think people who do this stuff, it's very cool. But I'm surprised Nintendo hasn't sued the crap out of them.
but this one in particular had a brief playable section in it, so you could play. And I saw pictures of the graphics. It looked pretty cool, but dumbass me didn't think to save it.
But Teba's not in it. My boy Teba,
Yeah.
my bird boy.
And yeah, Sarah says she remembers that. That was not one of my shining moments. That is for sure.
Yeah, Sarah was there. Sarah knows. She gonna tell on you. Yay, Sarah.
Yeah.
But well, at any rate, that's all I got, which is to say not much. And I would have had more, but someone sedated me with a nice Chinese food meal, so I got nothing.
Yes, you are in my power.
Ta-da.
So I don't know. Going back to the Reddit stuff, I really get. I've been one of those people. I love to people watch. I love to try and look at people and figure out what they're up to, observe their behavior, wonder what the hell is wrong with them. And
is that why you're with me?
Yeah. Why I'm the only one? The only normal one in this space, that sort of thing.
Wow, you think highly of yourself?
Somebody's got to think a lot of me. I mean, I might as well fill that role,
Why not?
Yeah, sure, of course.
Be your own best cheerleader.
Exactly. But there's a fine line between being your own best cheerleader and an arrogant SOB. That's for sure.
That's true. That's true.
Never
believe your own press. That came up again this week for me for something I was watching, and I just wanted to comment on it. It was a video that I was watching, and I can't recall what it was, but it's like, never believe your own press. If that's one thing I've learned from getting to be this age, never believe your own press.
Right, because you start taking yourself too seriously, then you wind up like Madonna or the late Michael Jackson and some other people of past because
you get to be an asshole. I mean, if you get that ego going, it's. I've had a lot of people say to me, I mean, which I feel very good about, saying, because I play music on the side, kind of a thing, and why aren't you more popular? You should be so much popular. Well, you're so nice, and it's like, anybody can be nice. It doesn't take a lot of effort. I mean, some days it does, but most of the time it doesn't. I think everybody's capable of it. So, ta-da, ding, ding. So that's about it, though. We got a few more minutes left. So you want to give any shout outs, anything like that?
Well, like I said, follow Jacob, Twisted Century Chasing. He's out. He's live now, as far as I know.
Yeah.
Because I got the alert a little bit ago.
Mm-hmm.
They're chasing some storms down in Texas. They've gotten some golf ball size hail from the looks of it down in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So
you should go to Nebraska.
Nebraska is going to be I think Nebraska will be lucky if they see a thunderstorm this spring from the way I'm reading the weather.
Well, I was telling you earlier, I got a thing because I haven't changed the zip code in my Alexa yet, and it still thinks I'm in Nebraska City, and it says there's a fire warning in Nebraska City. It's like, it was winter 2 days ago there. How is there and it was always that way. I remember when we were there, it's like you literally go through every freaking weather pattern except for hurricane and possibly, an earthquake.
In the summers we were out there, with the exception of the couple of times we got severe weather, the 2 summers we lived there, it was dry both years. It was pretty dry, and they're under a drought, I think, still.
Oh yeah. Good people though. I miss them.
Yeah, me too.
It didn't. Just the weather didn't agree with me very well. That's all.
Well, I didn't mind the weather. I just liked like I've said before, I just liked where we lived. It was just so peaceful and quiet. The only real noise was the train air horns and maybe the jets from the Air Force Base once in a while.
And the drunks in the back and in the trailer park.
Oh yeah, well yeah, the river rats when they'd be out there for the season, but you know what? They weren't really that bad.
They're having fun. Yeah. I
mean, I don't know if Methany and Matthew were back there cooking up some meth, but you know,
cooking up something special for you.
Yeah, a bunch of Methodists back there, you know.
Yeah, Method 1 actors.
Yeah, Method 1 actors. Which, yeah, Arrested Development. I see you turned me onto that show some 20 years ago. I can't
believe you didn't see it.
Well, when I would see it in the listings for TV back then, I thought it was just a show about a bunch of dumb teenagers that or people who had never grown up. Well, essentially.
Well, kind of, yeah.
I didn't realize it was that. And had I known, I probably would have watched more of it. But that show was just great.
Well, someday we'll get Netflix back, and by the time we get it back, it'll be all new again because you'll have forgotten about it. So
binge watch some Arrested Development and what else were we watching on Netflix that was good?
I made you watch You, and you didn't get it as much as I did because you didn't want to sit through it.
No, I've sat through a few episodes. It was
interesting.
Yes.
Well, yeah. I like the psychology, the criminal psychology aspect of it, that kind of thing.
You is a series about a serial killer from the point of view of the serial killer.
Well, he's more of a stalker, but it kind of gets out of hand. Let's put it that way. He believes he's every woman's like Don Juan, and he's the perfect man, and that's all he wants to be. But in the way of doing all of that, like something will happen and it'll trip him off, and he tries to protect her by getting rid of everybody who's mean to her, right? And then eventually her. So
yeah, that was the but it's dark.
It is,
sure. But it's intriguing in its own way, I suppose.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff like Ozark. I tried to get you to watch, and you weren't really into it, but my pod lead loved it. He thought it was great, and it's really cool to discuss these things because they're really old now. I mean, in video years or whatever, or programming years, they're old.
That's one of the things that struck me when I was at one of my appointments last week. Is on the overhead music system in the office building. They're playing Philadelphia Freedom by Elton John.
Good one, yeah.
And while I'm listening and tapping my foot along to the song because it kind of irritates me, but I like it. It's one of those.
How can you not? It's one of those songs.
Yeah. And I'm sitting there going, I said, this song's 50 years old this year, isn't it?
Wow.
Right. And I'm sitting there going, oh my God, it's 50 years old. And then I began to realize, that a lot of other songs are over 50 years old that I remember and from when I was a kid and stuff, like Kodachrome by Paul Simon. That's 53.
Yep.
And I'm just
I was watching an interview with Don Henley, who's aged well, mind you, but is a reminder that we're all kind of getting up there. And he was talking about the Eagles stuff and the Eagles stuff, man. I mean, it's just about as old.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of it is. And then that brings me to my other point. Hang on.
Yeah. He got a frog in his throat.
Sorry. Something like that. Aging rock stars. Do me a favor.
Quit.
Go to the rest home. Stop what you're doing. I want to remember you how you were. I don't want to go to a show that you're going to be at and hear you wheeze through all your hits and play the arthritic guitar. I'm sorry.
Well, they've got ex-wives to pay off.
Well, yeah, I'm sure some of them do, but it's like go out on the.
Hey, Evelyn.
Hi, Evelyn. Just go out on the high. Go out on the instead of hanging around and being a has-been, you know?
We're doing a podcast. We're not singing, we're not playing, we're doing a podcast, but
Yeah, but we're not even gonna be's. So
well, speak for yourself. But yeah, that being said, yeah, we're all getting a little bit older. It happens. And for those of you who are younger kids watching, and we say kids, it means what, Tim? Anybody below 30?
Anybody under the age of 35. Sorry, kids.
Sucks. It sucks.
But you know, you may sit there and call us boomers and old men yelling at clouds, et cetera, et cetera. Just remember, you will be where I'm at.
If you're lucky. If you're lucky.
Yeah.
So I mean,
years go by like that.
I can't snap.
Because man, it feels like yesterday my oldest kid was a baby and all that stuff, and I could go on and you know, he's going to be 37 in a month. My youngest ones are 24 and 25 this month. You know, hell, my mom's going to be 90 soon.
Mine's 28 this year.
Wow.
So yeah. So if you see some kid looks like me and you wonder what the hell he's doing, it's probably my kid.
Yeah. and just the only piece of advice I've got to anybody who's a new parent:
be good to your grandparents.
Not only that, but man, enjoy the time with your kids. Make the time with your kids. Put down.
Enjoy the time with your parents.
Enjoy the time with your parents, because they'll tell you what, the especially the years with your children are going to be gone before you know it. And so spend time with them. Man, make those memories. Do that stuff.
Do it.
Because that's what matters. And because one day it's all gone, or almost all gone. And I don't mean to be depressing anybody, but that's life. That's the way it goes. So enjoy the things while you got them, instead of finding something to complain about.
Well, thank you, Tim. That's a lovely parting speech.
Wisdom. That's all I'm full of. I'm full of something. I might as well be wisdom.
It's beautiful, and I think that's a wonderful note to stop on. Yes. It is now 8:30 EST. Your
EDT.
Your Eastern Standard Experience.
Eastern Daylight Time now. We changed. Remember?
I'm sorry. I can't hear you right now. I don't subscribe. I don't do that whole thing, but Tim's having a hard time with the time change. Yes. I'm not necessarily, but it is what it is.
The spring forward affects me more than the fall back.
That being said, everybody, thank you for being here once again with us on Tuesdays while we talk a bunch of shit and tell stories about things that you probably shouldn't know about. But thank you guys, especially if you're under the age of 30 and you hung in there with us. A special thank you for that.
Yep.
Please do like and subscribe and all the fun, cool, happy things that everybody tells you to do. We would really appreciate it if you would. And share our video or whatever. And enjoy.
Yes, and go visit Tim's drawing room. There is going to be more content tonight. So
Tim's drawing room, is it with an underscore?
No.
Is it hyphenated?
No.
Tim's drawing room, right?
Correct. Yes. Okay. Look me up on YouTube.
Okay, very good. Also take time to go through my catalog as well. I've got a bunch of entertaining stuff. I play guitar, I play harp, I sing occasionally. I do funny clips, series of weird nature. And if you can't find something entertaining on my channel, you're not looking. That's the way I look at it. But that being said, thank you guys for being here.
Thanks,
this
everybody.
is episode 32 of the SMUG Cast, and I am AA. This is
Tim Chicago 9, and we will see you next Tuesday.
Yep. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.